Hey, what's up guys, this is MugenLord here, and today I want to talk about Square Enix because right now the company is going through, I guess you could say, a shift in direction as far as their CEO and what they're going to be doing with AAA titles and how they're going to release games moving forward. So before we dive into this video, just hit that subscribe button, the notification bell for more fighting game and JRPG content here on the channel. So we're going to dive into it. Now, I know I'm a couple of days late on this, and a lot of you guys wanted to hear my opinion on this particular topic, and that is concerning Luminous Productions. Now, Luminous Productions, if you guys don't know, is a, I guess you say, subsidiary company for Square Enix, where they work on, I guess you could say, secondary titles, or they work alongside Square Enix for other projects that's not Final Fantasy, or I wouldn't say not Final Fantasy, but they work on other AAA titles besides Square Enix main division. Now, Luminous Production, they made titles such as Final Fantasy 15, and they also worked on Forspoken, which is their most recent release. And I've talked about this in numerous of videos about Forspoken. I had no high hopes for this game. I don't know why people thought that this was going to be a really good game. But telling from the trailers, telling by the promotion they had towards the game, I knew this game was going to be a failure from the rip. And what proves it is that the game most certainly didn't do too well, for the simple fact is Square Enix is shutting down Luminous Production, and they're going to be merging with Square Enix themselves. Now, this is just, I guess you could say, corporate talk, because we already know for a fact that it was in fact Forspoken that really shut down this production company. Now, we're going to read the statement that they had left to let everybody know, to rest assured that things are still going to continue as far as the things that they promised as far as DLC is concerned for those who have purchased Forspoken. So here's an update. Now, you may have heard the news that Luminous Productions is merging with Square Enix. Yeah, merging, right. Beginning on May 1st, our talented team will join Square Enix to deliver new innovative gaming experiences to players across the globe. Between now and then, we remain entirely focused on Forspoken. We are currently working on the previously announced patch to address overall game performance, and I never made a video about this. As far as the game performance is concerned for Forspoken, it was just downright horrible, especially for PC players. It was poorly optimized. A lot of things that you need to do in order to get to run the game, just for the game to still run at 30 frames per second. It was just a hassle, especially for PC players. But on the consoles, the game just didn't look good at all. It looked like a last gen game, to be honest with you guys. But I digress. Now, they currently are still working on the DLC, which is called Entanta We Trust. It's on track for release this summer. Thank you again for your patience and support. Now, that's the thing. Forspoken didn't do too well, and as far as the Tanta is concerned, the DLC, they have to push that out, and there's nothing else beyond that. They have to put that out, especially for those who pre-ordered the digital deluxe version, who will be able to get access to it. So that's something that they have to release, no matter if the game failed or not. And to continue, they said, when we established Luminous Production in 2018, our vision was to make AAA games that fuse technology and artistry to deliver completely new experiences. Having the chance to do so, just that has been a dream come true. We appreciate you taking this journey with us and look forward to continuing to create new entertainment and experiences as part of the Square Enix family. And there you have it. Luminous Production is gone. Now, they say it's a merger so they can just come together to take, their staff and everything like that and bring them into the Square Enix ecosystem. But come on, let's just be honest here. This is all corporate talk right here, because guess what? If Forspoken was so really well, best believe Luminous Production would still be its own subsidiary company. It would still be its own division if Forspoken has done well for Square Enix. Didn't do well, they said, hey, let's just shut it down and just bring everybody back over to Square Enix. And that's what's going on right here. Now, the thing is, the good thing about it is no one lost their job, and that's a good thing. Everybody still be able to work within the company, and we better shift around some talent within the company itself. And speaking of shifting around, now as far as the shakeup is concerned for Square Enix, it looks like that Square Enix current CEO Yusuke Matsuda, he'll be stepping down. They haven't really given us a reason why he's stepping down, but he'll be stepping down and he'll be getting replaced pretty soon. Now, the thing is, we can already understand if we put the context, if we put some of the clues together, under his, I guess you could say, leadership, you know, we had disappointments such as Marvel Avengers. Marvel Avengers was just something that just didn't work out, which I've predicted, which I've made a video about, especially after the fact is that they decided to make it a games as a service, which I really want to talk about in a future video, how games as a service just have ruined gaming, and that, hey, games as a service, we may be experiencing the death of it, or I guess you could say a decline in these type of games. But to move forward, underneath his leadership, we had Marvel Avengers, which didn't work out well, and it ended up shutting down. And then we definitely cannot forget Babylon's Fall, which is the game that surprisingly and disappointingly made by Platinum Games, and it just didn't work out well. And the game didn't even last no longer than a year, and Babylon's Fall was just ready to just shut down. And something about this guy, the CEO, he has this obsession with blockchain technology. Now, he had made, for the past 2 years, you know, at the end of every year during the holidays, that he wants to really push forward with NFTs. And we talked about this in a video a while ago with this NFT game, which is their first, called Symbiogenesis. And people were really upset once they found out it was an NFT game, because you guys don't know, Symbiogenesis is also in relation to another Square Enix title that just died off and people hope to someday return, and that's Parasite Eve. People love Parasite Eve, and people found out that Square Enix had pretty much put a trademark on it. People were saying, hey, are we getting some type of Parasite Eve collection, or, you know, are we getting a new sequel, are we getting a reboot, what's going on? And then once they finally got the announcement that Symbiogenesis is definitely their first NFT project that they really want to push, and it was described as a digital art collection of projects and stuff, and that fans didn't want that. Who asked for that? So the fact is that not only that you got Marvel Avengers that failed, you also had Babylon's Fall that failed, and then now he's trying to pursue blockchain gaming, and we already seen records, and we already seen pretty much examples that it just doesn't work, and it doesn't belong in gaming in general, and yet that he really wants to push forward on that. So I can understand why that this cat is pretty much stepping down, and I'm ready to see what Square Enix have in store as far as the leadership is concerned when they decide to pick a successor to be able to pretty much put Square Enix back on the right track. Because you gotta understand, I grew up with Square when they were Squaresoft, and they have been a prominent gaming company, you know, throughout my childhood up until now. I'm an adult and I'm a father and out of college and everything, and, you know, have a life. And Square Enix have provided so many memories for me as far as JRPGs and even the little experimental games that's outside of what they traditionally create. And they created fond memories, things that I really enjoyed, some that really gave me sour taste in my mouth, but these were experiences that I will always hold dear to my heart. And it seems like Square Enix, you know, after some of the major talents has left, we have never got the Square that, you know, we deserve as fans, that always been by their side, that always been supporting them. And we're starting to see a little bit of a shift. You know, we've seen projects like I said before, Alive, you know, at the Octopath Traveler series, and we getting all these little projects here and there that we starting to see that Square Enix is sticking to what they know, and that's JRPGs. Give everybody that experience that everybody loves. Now, we really can't say much about Final Fantasy, because it seems like Final Fantasy is going through their little I guess you could say shift in direction, and I guess you say identity crisis, what they're trying to do. And I will definitely say that for another video, because there's been some drama surrounding Final Fantasy 16 on itself as well that I really want to touch bases on. But Square Enix, or Squaresoft, however you want to call them, has just been one of those companies that I hold dear to my heart, right next to Sega and Sonic Team and Nintendo and many other companies that I grew up, you know, throughout the 90s all the way up into now, you know. So hopefully this new leadership will allow us to see some returns of franchises that was lying dormant for some time, because I definitely want to play a reboot or even bring out the collection of Parasite Eve, because that was another franchise that I have missed out on, that I have never bought during the time it was released, because I ended up getting Xenogears and many other RPGs from Square themselves. But I would definitely love to play that. I would love to see a remake or a reboot or something like that. I think that would be awesome. But come on, Square, you know, I want to see you at your best. I want to see you guys produce JRPGs that, you know, that can just change the game. I want you guys to set the trends again, not follow trends, you know. But that pretty much wraps up this video. I'll definitely hear your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about, you know, the new shift in direction that Square Enix will be taking in 2023 and beyond? And what do you think about Luminous Productions shutting down? Do you think it was the fault of Forspoken, or do you think they're just, Square Enix legitimately just say, hey, you know, I think it's best for us to merge, and not because of Forspoken failure? So I definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, definitely hit that notification bell, hit that like button, because it definitely helps me out in the algorithm. And this is MugenLord signing off. I'll see you Game Fiends later. Peace out.